Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Thursday, August 3rd.
I'm here to demand that the City of Palm Coast approve and fund a full and comprehensive forensic audit.
That's Palm Coast resident Ken McDowell explaining why he believes the audit is much needed.
The city has never had one performed and has fought it every time it's been proposed. Why? If there's nothing to hide, then our city government should be in the sunshine. Our city government over time has established an inner government. There are many decisions, approvals, etc. that have been made over the years impacting how our tax dollars are spent, and very few of those decisions benefit us taxpayers and certainly benefit real estate developers, residential and commercial.
Public comments inspired Palm Coast City Council to take action. Councilwoman Teresa Pontieri made the first move to investigate a potential forensic audit.
Based on a lot of the comments today, I would like to direct staff to look into what we need to do in order to have a forensic audit. I know we do an audit, a regular audit every year, but I don't think a workshop is necessary at this point, but perhaps we get staff to look into the steps that would be necessary to take, and I would ask for consensus from my colleagues to see what that looks like in order to have a forensic audit done.
Vice Mayor Ed Danko seconded her motion. Councilwoman Kathy Hyder also agreed with conducting a forensic audit. Mayor David Alphin and Councilman Nick Kloufis inquired about costs.
Mayor David Alphin and Councilman Nick Kloufis inquired about costs.
So bring back what it would cost and what the timeline and procedure would be.
I would be curious to know what it costs, and also would this be in conjunction with our current audit process?
City Manager Denise Bevan says she'll take the necessary steps.
We'll work on the estimated costs and look at the funding that would be availability to that cause and project out a timeline.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Flagler County Sheriff's detectives have taken into custody a 16-year-old male in connection with a stabbing incident involving two juveniles in Palm Coast BL section on July 30th. According to the investigation, the 16-year-old and a friend had gone to a residence in the BL section with the intention of selling a mixture of marijuana and Italian seasoning. However, when the intended buyers were unable to pay for the concoction, an altercation ensued, resulting in the stabbing of the two victims. Both injured individuals were taken to receive medical attention, fortunately with non-life-threatening injuries. Following the investigation and the arrest, the 16-year-old faces 2 counts of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, one for each juvenile victim, along with an additional charge of use of a weapon during a felony. A grant opportunity is available for K-12 educators in the St. Johns Water River Management District, which includes Flagler County.
The Blue School Grant Program offers teachers up to $3,000 per school to go towards programs or activities that promote students learning about Florida's water resources. Laura LeBur, Education and Outreach Coordinator for the St. Johns River Water Management District, explains the type of projects they fund.
So the teachers apply for funding to do pretty much any sort of project proposal that falls into our 4 core missions, which are water supply, flood protection, water quality, and natural resources.
LeBur says interested educators must include a project proposal
describing what they're going to use the funds for and how they're going to incorporate that into their classroom, whether that's in-classroom projects or if they're going to be taking their students out on a field trip. The grant does offer education partner excursions, so we pay for busing and the programs that can get students out into the resources.
Up to $60,000 in grant money is available for the Water District's 18-county area. Applications are due by September 15th. For details, visit sjwmd.com/education/blue-school. With St. Augustine's local morning news, I'm Amy Sherry.
How can people who don't work in law enforcement help to prevent human trafficking here in Florida?
State Attorney General Ashley Moody said that there's a website for that.
Anybody in Florida can go to youcanstopht.com. It's a dedicated page that we try to put resources so that citizens can help be the eyes and ears out there in addition to our law enforcement officers.
Moody said that the website gives citizens the information they need to look for and to contact law enforcement about human trafficking incidents. You can listen to the Business Report on WNZF on Saturday mornings at 10. It's also on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, how are Floridians protected against deep fakes? From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.